Democrats have a riot problem. Over the weekend, protests erupted in Los Angeles over ICE raids, and the city of Angels is on fire yet again.
It is, and this is not the first time. This is called arson. This is a felony. This is an arson. Okay.
It is always burning. Riot season is upon us. And if you think this past weekend was bad, well, buckle up, buckaroos, because this dumpster fire is only just preheating.
Buckle up, buckaroos!
I've never been so happy as I am daily about the decision to leave LA. Every news story that's come out of there since I left has only affirmed the choice I made for me and my family and my company, which is to get the fuck out of there, people! You all have Stockholm Syndrome. You're in a cult of good weather, and you need to free yourself. The Democrats were having what should have been a good week. They should have been celebrating. Trump and Musk imploded spectacularly and predictably, and that's all anyone should have been talking about. But they truly cannot help themselves. They've got to start throwing Molotov cocktails and burning down cities and looting the minute they have a win. This is like a January 6th every week for years in these cities. Ever since the George Floyd riots and then the Free Palestine protests. And now here we are in another Summer of Love 2.0. We've got the ICE protests.
The ice-capades.
The ice-capades. It's baffling to me how the Democrats just seem incapable of learning from any lessons from the past 10 years. And they could have just done nothing. The ICE raids aren't wildly popular either. Deporting criminals, people are fine with, but even Republicans can be squeamish about deporting law-abiding folks who are just trying to make a life for themselves here with families. They're not necessarily legal, but they're not, murdering people. Normies don't like images of vans with dudes in civilian clothes and masks taking students or a lunch lady. No matter what the story ends up being, those optics were working against Republicans. The media was weaponizing them and using them to their best. And the fact is, they weren't even deporting that many people. In fact, it was so not that many people that Stephen Miller was furious, and he was threatening to fire top ICE officials unless they started meeting their stupid quota of 3,000 people a day. I think quotas are dumb in these instances because this is how you end up rounding up people who shouldn't be deported. The Democrats and left-wing media and all of the activists could have just let Dr. Phil run around with ICE and let that be the lead story. Yes, you heard that correctly. Dr. Phil was embedded with ICE, and I'm supposed to take that seriously.
You're ugly. You're disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
I mean, it's actually offensive how dumb it is. And Dems could have just sat back and mocked the shit out of that spectacle. But nope. They're breaking Napoleon's cardinal rule. Never interrupt your enemy when he is making a mistake. If they had done nothing, it would have just been stories about ICE raids, the travel ban, which was completely buried, and Trump and Elon's breakup. And instead of sweet old men with tacos being put in vans by dudes in masks and body armor, we have images of men holding Mexican flags standing on top of burning Waymos. It's the incoherence, too, that drives me mad. The optics make no sense to me, a simple normie. Protesters are waving the Mexican flag to protest people being sent back to Mexico?
And no one is injured, and it doesn't escalate from here. Look at the flag. Yeah, Guy, I see
there it is.
You
Mexican
it out.
flag can,
It really doesn't.
Shouldn't you be waving the American flag if you want to stay here? And why are all those flags so damn clean in these pictures? These flags are crisp and clean and ironed. It's like they're fresh out of the Amazon riot gear pack. It does seem defeating to be waving your flag, whether it's Venezuela or El Salvador or Mexico, because it does seem like ICE will know which country to send them back to. You guys are so bad at this. Let me run your ops and your party. I will have everyone on the right's brain so broken they won't know what to do. If you guys were burning cars and waving the American flag, that would be much more difficult to cover and put in a little box. These are also the same people who believe that the U.S. is a systemically racist, fascist, evil, colonizing shithole, and yet they're mad that everyone can't come here and stay as long as they want. None of the messaging makes sense, and it makes me crazy.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
The only place that images of Mexican flags waving in the air would really land is Mexico.